Hi, everyone, and welcome to How to Make a Thesis Statement the Easy Way. We're going to cover a very simple method for making a solid thesis statement in any college essay in any subject. If you haven't yet watched my video, How to Make an Argument, I suggest you watch that before you watch this so that you'll understand some terms that I use, basic aspects of body paragraph organization, and how to think up claims for your essay, which won't be covered here. If you've already done that, then let's get started. I think of a thesis statement as simply a collection of all the smaller claims you make in your essay. It's like you pull all your individual little claims together, summarize their most important words, and snap them into one whole sentence like Lego blocks. Your thesis is the big claim you make in your essay. It should come as the last sentence of your introduction paragraph, and it should hint at the smaller claims you'll make in your essay so that your reader knows what to expect as they read the rest of your paper. It doesn't need to get super detailed, however. You'll articulate each of your small claims and provide evidence to back them up in their individual body paragraphs. You just want to give the reader an overview of your claims in a way that finds the sweet spot between not too broad and not too detailed. Be specific, be clear, use as many words as you need to, but remember you should explore the ideas at length in your body paragraphs themselves. Here's an example. This thesis statement collects the small claims in an essay, arguing that dogs are the best pets. The writer has already written their body paragraphs. One body paragraph that proves out why dogs are social animals, one that proves out why dogs are intelligent, and one that proves out why dogs are protective. And here we have a specific, concise thesis that hints at the argument to come in the essay. It is way, way easier to write your thesis statement after you've written your body paragraphs. If you haven't written many essays, don't write your thesis statement first and try to fit your body paragraphs to it. Write your body paragraphs first and fit the thesis statement to them. I call the small claim in each body paragraph a subclaim because I want students to remember they're connected to the thesis. Some teachers call them topic sentences or a body paragraph's main idea, but they're all the same thing. The single sentence in a body paragraph making an arguable claim that you prove out with the evidence in that paragraph. That's what I call a subclaim. The subclaims are your individual Lego blocks. Sum all those subclaims up, and you have a strong thesis statement that lays out the organization of your essay for your reader before they read it. That's the major thing your thesis statement should do. Sum up all your subclaims and tell your reader what to expect of your argument to come. But here are some other things your thesis statement should do too. First, it should be your idea, opinion, or interpretation. It should be arguable. It can't just be a simple observation or a fact like the sky is blue. In a standard college paper, it should appear as the last sentence of your introduction paragraph. Also, it should answer the essay assignment or question or prompt given to you by your instructor. This one seems obvious to me, but I'm always amazed at how many of my students take time to write a paper that doesn't address the question I asked them to answer in my assignment sheet. And again, sum up all of your subclaims as much as you possibly can in a single sentence. I'll talk more in just a minute about what to do when you have a long essay with lots of body paragraphs. Here are some things your thesis statement should not do. Don't ask a question. Remember, it's a thesis statement. It's fine to write a rhetorical question just before you give your thesis, but don't leave that hanging out there for your reader. A college paper isn't the place to build suspense. You want to tell the reader exactly what you plan to argue. I guarantee that 99% of instructors with a load of papers to grade after yours will score you higher if they don't have to guess what your main claim is, or try to find it buried on the last page of your essay. Also, your thesis shouldn't appear as the first sentence of your essay. You have to give the reader some context first. You have to tell them stuff like the title of the text you're analyzing, or the topic you've chosen to write about, or the argument another writer has made that you're going to argue against, etc. Your introduction paragraph is supposed to introduce your thesis by giving it context, not knock the reader over the head with a big claim out of nowhere. Again, make sure your thesis is your idea, not just a quote from your research. And finally, don't be vague, unclear, or too simplistic in your thesis. Here's an example of that last one that I see from students too much. Edgar Allan Poe's poem, The Raven, contains symbolism. I read a thesis like this and I want to say, no kidding, Einstein. That's like saying bread contains flour. Everybody knows a poem contains symbolism. Your job is to interpret what the symbolism means. Make a clear, direct, arguable claim. Something like this. Once you get the hang of summing up your subclaims, you can create some really intelligent thesis statements no matter how long your essay assignment is or how many body paragraphs you've written. Here's a very elegant construction to use when creating a thesis statement. Give the reader one phrase with your main claim. In this case, Edgar Allan Poe's raven symbolizes 4 consequences of death, then a colon, and then list off your subclaims briefly, separated by semicolons. This is a very linear, organized way to tell your reader what to expect of your argument in the essay they're about to read. Eventually, you'll write an essay long enough that it'll be very hard to put every single subclaim into your thesis. So get creative and try to combine the general ideas of several subclaims together so that your thesis statement still tells the reader what to expect without being overly wordy. In this case, here's a thesis that combines the subclaims of 2 body paragraphs at a time, but is still as simple as that very first thesis we looked at the beginning of this video. That's really all there is to it. Put these ideas into practice in your next paper, and you'll see how easy it is to create a very good thesis statement. The more you practice, the better they'll get. Good luck.